Hello, Barrett Ersick here from Holganix here today to talk to you about the tip of the month. Today we're going to talk about KPIs, or Key Performance Indicators. So what the heck is a KPI or a Key Performance Indicator? Well, they're the 2 or 3, no more than 5 key numbers that if you get those numbers right, the big activities, the big results that you need to get done throughout the year, to get those things right, everything else will kind of line up. Let's look at it this way. Let's pretend you're an airplane pilot and you want to go from New York to LA. Well, you know, what do you got to do? You got to get in your airplane, you got to get it up in the air, and you got to head west. It's a little more to it than that, isn't there? I mean, if you think about how an airplane flies, they don't fly in an absolute straight line. The wind blows them left or right. They change the altitude up and down, and obviously speed has a factor to do with it. So if you're an airplane pilot going from New York to LA, it's not enough to just go west. You have to constantly be looking at your key performance indicators. What are the degrees west that you're heading, and how has the wind influenced you? What is your speed? What is your altitude? How about your fuel? These are all very, very important key performance indicators to pay attention to as an airplane pilot. If you get those right, chances are you got a good shot at getting to LA. Well, the same is true for your business or your operation if you're running a sports field or a golf course. You know, there's a couple of really critical numbers that if you get those numbers right, the rest of your business kind of falls into place. And so, you know, what I want you to think about your business, and what are the 2 or 3, again, no more than 5 numbers that you really have to get right, and make sure everybody in your organization knows about those numbers. So as an example, one of my favorite KPIs when I ran my lawn care business was something we called the Net Promoter Score, or NPS. So there's a book out there called The Most Important Question, which gives you lots of information on the Net Promoter Score. But I'm just going to give you a really quick cliff note. What that is it's a very simple question that you ask your customers or whoever are the people that you're serving. So if you're running a golf course, it might be your members or it might be the board. But you want to ask a very specific question. How likely would you be to refer my business or what I'm doing to your friends or colleagues? And you just go from a score of 1 to 5 and just have them answer it. You're not asking for a referral if you're a lawn care company. You're not asking them to give them even your name. They can do this anonymously, and you can just leave this question with each invoice. By the way, Real Green has if you're using the Real Green system, they have a place for you to do this on every single invoice. And so what can happen is when they score you high, you know they're pretty happy with you. If they score you, kind of medium or low, then you know there might be some problems. And you can use this really, really well to run your business. Let's pretend you're a lawn care operator and you have 5 routes, 5 different trucks that go out every single day and service your lawns, and the same guy goes to the same route every day. And you can watch your Net Promoter Score per truck. So you can see these Net Promoter Scores coming back. And if you notice that, Joe with truck number 1 is always getting Net Promoter Scores that are in the high levels, then Joe's probably doing a pretty good job. But let's go over to Bud, and Bud with truck number 4, he's consistently getting a lower Net Promoter Score than the rest of the guys. What's that tell you? Well, what it probably tells you is Bud's not doing a great job. Maybe Bud needs some more training. Maybe Bud needs some more attention. If your Net Promoter Scores are low, it's actually a leading indicator to cancels. So what's really cool is you can get information about what your customers are thinking before they take the negative action of canceling your service. And so if you see Bud has consistently got a low Net Promoter Score, let's get in front of that, and let's make sure that Bud does not, that Bud can increase his Net Promoter Score, increase his client satisfaction, and ultimately increases retention and increase the profitability for your company. So I want you to just think about Net Promoter Score is one of them, but you all have critical numbers that you use to measure your business and make sure that you get the results you want by the end of the year. And I want you to really think about those numbers, and I want you to measure those numbers every single week, and I want you to make sure everybody in your company knows those numbers, knows how important those numbers are, and that you're constantly evaluating what actions you need to take to make sure that you're driving those numbers in the right direction. Key performance indicators. Net Promoter Score is one, but there's many. And everybody has a different set that they use to run their business or their fields. So that concludes my tip of the month. KPIs, think about them. Get them right. Get everybody focused on them. This is Barrett Ersick signing off. Thank you.